Pokémon Legends Arceus was just recently revealed, and with it we got this super cool trailer that gave us a little teaser of what's to come. Of course, given this was our very first look at the game, not a whole ton was revealed about it, especially in terms of brand new features. It does seem like this game has the potential to introduce some really exciting new mechanics and features however, especially seeing the sneak capture which appeared to be going on at one point in the trailer. Since this game has a lot of comparisons to Breath of the Wild, could we perhaps even see some similar mechanics from that game which would allow us to explore more freely and explore around this ancient Sinnoh? Could we even see some older features from past games make their comeback in this edition? I'll be taking a look at 5 features that we could see in Pokémon Legends Arceus. So if you're excited for this video, be sure to leave a like, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and turn on channel notifications for more content. Number 1. Riding Pokemon. So from a leak revealed just before this game was announced, we got a look at some screenshots of the game showing the player character riding various Pokemon to get around the map. If this game really does take a note from Breath of the Wild, then perhaps we could ride Pokemon like we did in previous games but to a much bigger extent, allowing us to fully traverse the map like Link could. It seems like we'll be able to use different Pokemon to do different things, such as climbing up mountains, which is definitely inspired from Breath of the Wild. I can't imagine them letting us do all these crazy things ourselves since our characters probably aren't as buff as the Hyrule hero, so it makes sense to utilize Pokemon in this way. Just like humans would use horses for literally everything back in the past, we could see some parallels here for this much older version of Sinnoh. Number 2. Pokeradar. I really enjoyed using the Pokeradar back in the original Gen 4 games, even if I was absolutely terrible at using it. I think it makes a lot of sense for them to bring this back in some form for this game, since the website mentions a big goal of yours will be to actually survey Pokemon. I can't think of a better tool to help us survey all the different kinds of Pokemon than this. It might not necessarily be the same as the one we know from Gen 4, but it could very well have familiar properties that would make this a fun little item to use. It also really makes you think about how shiny hunting will work in this game. I assume it'll be similar to Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, but it'd be nice to have some special tools to help you hunt too. I'd love to see how this item could be incorporated into the game. Number 3. Mega Evolutions. Okay, so I know this is probably at the forefront of most people's minds, but I've got to talk about it. Could Mega Evolutions make some kind of appearance in this game? It'd certainly be welcome, even if they don't decide to introduce any new Mega Evolutions. I feel like a lot of Sinnoh native Pokemon can actually Mega Evolve, and there are so many that would be great candidates for brand new Mega Evolutions too, so it'd be fantastic to have this feature make its way into a Sinnoh game. I can also imagine it looking super cool, and perhaps having some overworld effects or bonuses when your Pokemon is in its Mega Evolved form. But sadly, I'm not too confident that this feature will actually make it to this game. It seems very possible that it won't, but if it does, I would certainly be very happy. Number 4. Apricorn Pokeballs. Although these are native to Johto, I feel like they'd fit so perfectly within this upcoming game. Perhaps an ancestor of Kurt with a similar name could be the one to help you create these. Johto in general feels like a region with a ton of history, so it'd be fun to see if perhaps some of that history had come from or been made in the Sinnoh region in these ancient times. They did mention that a lot of people had come to the Sinnoh region in these early days to discover what the place was like, so it definitely makes sense for someone like a Pokeball merchant who creates their own Pokeballs to come to the region and offer up some of their services. Number 5. Dynamic Weather. So, taking another leaf from Breath of the Wild's book, perhaps we could see even more dynamic weather than ever before, which would really affect how you explore this big open world. Perhaps there could be floods which may prevent you from accessing certain parts of the world at a certain time. There could be wind which might make it more difficult for your character to get around in certain directions, or harder for flying Pokemon to fly around. And like Breath of the Wild, maybe they could introduce heavy rain which would prevent you from climbing up cliffs, like I mentioned in the first point. I really think to help make this world feel truly alive, a dynamic weather system would be a really great way forward. There's so much potential here, and I can't wait to see if they'll do anything like it, because it could open up a lot of different gameplay possibilities. So I'd love for you guys to let me know which features you want to see in Pokémon Legends Arceus. Like I said, there's so much potential for this game, and I'm really hoping they blow it out of the park. Of course, it's always good to keep your expectations in check, but I'd love to see some of these features make it to the game, and I'm really excited to find out what else will come out about this game in the upcoming months. Make sure you're subscribed and you've got those channel notifications on so you can get alerted anytime there's new Pokemon news or content to talk about.